Next up, it is VW Sportsman. And your first pair features none other than an Audi TT. And Jerry Sadler, your number one qualifier. And a message from Emma Sadler this morning. A very good morning to Emma. Could you please wish him a happy anniversary? 9 years married this weekend. So Emma and Jerry, happy anniversary. And obviously we're hoping that Jerry goes through, but Paul O'Donnell has other ideas. Let's see what happens. Jerry dials 1555, Paul O'Donnell dials 1380.
Well, he was in stage, but the bulb went off again, so I don't know what that was about. 2 green lights. Again, we have to be careful with what we say because these cars do have radios.
Yeah, they do.
Jerry's going to get to the finish line first by a long way. Doesn't break out, takes the win. Half a second in the bag he had then. 0.2 on the tree is his advantage. So your number one qualifier goes through.
So well on to Jerry. And congrats on the anniversary. And the anniversary gift that Jerry has got for you is a buy-in round number 2.
Lovely. Next up then. Golfy McGolfface. Doing his pops and bangs as per usual in the Kestrel beer lane. And Steve Metcalf with the blue steel Baja Bug.
Another big shout out actually. Tuned in, Lawrence Clark. Lawrence, hello mate. So pleased that you're tuned in and watching the coverage. Obviously we wish you were here. And he wants a big shout out for Jordan this morning, Jordan Clark. Sending love and luck, of course. Well, we'll pass that one on for you. That's what I read it out straight away just in case he heard us in the lane. So there we go. But first, it is Nigel Gregson and Steve Metcalf. Well, Steve Metcalf looking for that 1640. Nigel Gregson looking for 1330 and a miracle at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, Nigel Gregson got there second and broke out. Gives you a bit of a clue there. Great light for Nigel.
Yeah, Steve was 0.5 on the tree, but it was a 0.5 in the other lane. Connor Jones with the 69 Beetle in the Kestrel beer lane. Promise. And Nigel Gregg with the Audi A6.
These holograms are amazing these days, aren't they? They look so real.
I know.
So, the A6 and the Passat Estate, or say A6 Avant, I should say. And the win light goes to Nigel Gregg, 16th out on a 1569 against a 1709 for the white Beetle, cunningly disguised.
Right, go on then, Colin. What's your dialing?
Yeah, Tremont.
Yeah,
he's in the know, is he? Right, okay. Right, Tom Circuit with the Lupo taking on a Rain Large who dials 15.85. Right, write down what you think.
Okay. There's going to be an issue with that. I ain't got a pen.
Go on.
Oh, no, I do have a pen. It's here.
Right,
Sorry.
okay. I've got to write it down.
My bets are in.
Ooh. Okay, I'm hiding mine. we've written dial-ins up here for Lorraine. We'll see what she does.
Well, good news. 2 green lights. Lorraine is off and running, chasing Thomas Circuit. In Harold the Lupo down the track. Harold's already at the 8th mile. Lorraine's not there yet. She's there now.
I just realised there's elimination. She's got to play it sensibly here.
She's there now over the line. 1590.
Lorraine takes the win.
Trevor got it right.
500's off. We are not worthy.
We are not
worthy.
What did you say?
I've had 1539. I forgot it was quali.
I went 1573.
Oh dear.
So commiserations to Thomas in the other lane. But Lorraine Large takes the win. Steve Stone, Danny Bean. Danny with the Lupo.
Lupro ET, that's it.
Yeah, the Lupro. He's looking for a 13.80. Steve looking for a 14.50. Both nudges into stage. Well, you've got a unique challenge now. The slower car's got to chase down the faster one. And to be fair, he's doing a good job of it. They're side by side. To be close to the stripe. I think Lupo's going to get there first. Lupo takes the win. Breakout for Steve Stone. You say only just, but he was hunting him down.
That's true. Yeah.
0.6 on the tree to a 0.2. So, Jordan, I'm not too sure if you've got a radio in that thing, but if you have...
Well, that's why I shouted straight away for Lawrence, because obviously Jordan wouldn't be able to hear it in the car, so I did the shout out from Lawrence a moment ago. So, here we go, Jordan Clark, the Golf, taking on Andrew Bambrick with his Golf. 13.95, place 13.53, and it is Jordan Clark that is going to go through. Red light on the tree for Andrew. So, Jordan Clark goes into round number 2.
Ooh, couple of hairdressers now. 2 TTs. John Gallant and Paul Robinson. I want to play the game. So you know the game you used to play with Spencer Tram? If you can hear us in your cars, please put your hazards on. I just want to say, hey, there we go. Oh, both of them.
Oh, dear. And it wasn't me that called you hairdressers. It was Tom.
No, it was Colin. He told me he dared me.
I think they can tell the difference between our voices, mate.
No, they can't if I just speak like this a bit. So, Tacky Cat 2. In the Kestrel beer lane, dial 16.12. Paul Robinson looking for a 14.74, and I'm going to run away from the VW pits when I get back.
Oh, John goes red. So it is a win for Paul Robinson. John Gallant, 001 red. That's how tight that one was. Ooh.
Sorry for calling you hairdressers.
Don't worry, John. I'll hold him down. You can come and beat him up.
Look at that as well. 1475 on a 1474 dial-in. Nicely done. Another TT, Polly Judge and Reese Taylor in the diesel Cupra.
So this has made life very interesting because Andrew Bambrick, the points leader, stumbled at the first hurdle. So Paul Robinson has just overtaken. Now I think, or Jerry Sadler is still in it. I don't know if Jerry has to win the event now.
Yeah. With
Paul Robinson not winning his next round win to be in with a shout, but it's Paul Robinson who's holds the cards now. Fair to say.
2 green lights and lots of wheel spin from the Cupra. Had to be the pair that I called hairdressers, wasn't it? They were listening to us. So close at the stripe. Brake lights on for Reese. Takes the win.
Yeah, Reese 15.40. Polly 17.21. But Reese gets it done. All right, next up, it's the Havoc Beetle. And Lawrence, I know you tuned in. Caitlin's got your name loud and proud on that back window there. Going alongside Kaz Waterhouse.
So 17.35 dial-in for Caitlin. Kaz looking for a 15 flat. Here we go then. Caitlin Wilson's got to do a really good job of running away from the TT. Caitlin's new car should be coming out shortly as well. Still a Beetle, but very different to this one. Caitlin gets 330 foot through all the gears. Brake lights flicker for Kaz. Doesn't get it. Caitlin Wilson, 17.39 on a 17.35 dial and wins by 0.08 of a second. That was half a car at the finish line.
All right, Hazel Carter, Martin Ayton, your next pair. Where's the Carter clan? There they are, resplendent in their pale blue livery up there.
Do we get to sing happy birthday today?
How was the birthday celebrations go last night? Rocking. Good stuff.
Bunny hopping launch from Hazel in the Passat. Martin off and running, looking for a 15.80. Hazel wants a 14.40. She's going to get there first. She's going to take the win. And what a birthday present. Still in competition.
All right, last pair.
Do I have a running order?
One of our Lupos. Phil, Reese down there, Reese Finney. Going alongside the Dragon Wagon of Phil Jones.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Both in stage. So, yellow's going to leave first. Off it goes. Silver one's going to chase them down. Nice and softly off the line, but put the power in at 60 foot. Lupo's got his nose in front, but here comes the Audi. Gets there first, takes the win.
Here's a breakout and got there second for Reese, so Phil safely through.
Well, only a car length at the finish line between them.
Right, okay, so next up
to VW Pro. So one of these rapid Golfars dipped into the 11s yesterday, taking on Luke Stevenson. So Luke, fresh from his experiment with some fermented fish that he brought back from Sweden last night. I need to catch up with him actually on that one. He's looking for a 12.99. That is as slow as you can dial in VW Pro. Danielle Coppin looking for a 12.0. Boggs off the line. That might affect her actually. Luke Stevenson might be able to get away with one here. He's still ahead at the 1,000 foot. Is he going to get to the line first? He does! Luke Stevenson takes the win with his best run of the weekend. Danielle Coppin bogged off the line. Unfortunately, that took all of her time away. Luke Stevenson gets the win. With, yeah, as I said, with his best run of the weekend, 13.71. And I think a whole load of luck. Now, two very different ways of going VW Pro Racing. The turbocharged Altered of James Gould in the Kestrel Beer Lane. And the electric Beetle of Sam Young. And when I say it's electric, I don't just mean it's quick, because it is. I mean it's physically electric. It's powered by batteries. It makes no noise at all. He will be chasing the Altered down the track. 991 the dyno for James. 828 the number. Sam Young has been chasing. Wheel spin unfortunately, but pedals it expertly. James going to get there first in the Altered. Don't break out, James. And he doesn't. Takes the win. 866 for Blackcurrant. 10.05 for James. Win by 0.2. And unfortunately, wheel spin from the Beetle. That's James Gould through. Well, I've just realised Colin's run away to have a wee, so he's not doing his homework. So I'm going to quickly just update his list. So James Gould gets a bye run with that one. Speaking of bye runs, James Hodson's on a bye. 10.99 is what he's aiming for. He goes 11.04, not bad. Only 0.5 off his dial-in. It's incredibly difficult to dial in a front-wheel drive car because they're so track-dependent, shall we say. So the runs vary so much. Ollie Whitehouse with the Beetle looking for a 12.90. Graham Fairhead, your number one in points, looking for a 10.70. This for a race against James, who you've just seen. Ollie off and going. Nice little wheelie from Graham. Well, Ollie's going to get there first as long as he doesn't break out, which he doesn't. Issues. Hang on a minute, how does that work? He broke out, but he got there second and he had quite a nice light. Oh no, sorry, I've completely missed this. Ollie broke out by over a second. What? Okay, so Graham Fairhead takes the win. And that is Jake Fronda. Should have been against Paul Walklate. But a solo for the golfer. Looking for 1190, goes 12.08. Where is he on the list? There he is. So, who we got next? Ed Keach. Should have been taking on Dave Crowhurst. So, issues for him. So, Ed has got a date with Luke Stevenson in the next round. He's looking for a 12-2. Lots of wheel spin off the line. Looking for a 12-2, goes 13-0. Misses the dial in by quite a bit. And the final pair then, Abby Tether and Ian Dale. This is for a date in the next round with Jake Fronda. Abby looking for a 12.77. Ian looking for a 12.70. 7/100ths of a second. That's all that's going to be between them on the tree. See if you can spot it. I know I won't be able to. So no doubt the Beetle will get out first, go running down the track, and then will be hunted down by the golfer. Well, should have been, and I don't think I'm giving anything away by saying Ian was way asleep on the tree. He was a 1.00 reaction time. If he wins this race, that'll be a miracle. No, it breaks out. 13 flat for Abby Tether, takes the win.
So this is eliminations round number 2, where we whittle them down to a field of 8. Or 6 in effect, but you know what I mean. Steve Metcalf and Nigel G. So it's the Blue Steel Baja taking on the Turpitz Audi A6. Steve Metcalf in the Slick Tricks lane. Nigel Gregg, he's in the Kestrel lane. 1643 plays 1569, and it will be the Baja going first. Steve Metcalf's out in front, but is he going to hold on? He does. Win margin 0.5 at the stripe, 16.54 to a lose-out, 15.77. So Steve Metcalf into the quarterfinals.
Hazel Carter with Patricia Passat and Jordan Clark. I can see Hazel's fan club in the grandstands once again.
And we know Lawrence Clark is tuned into the coverage, so very good afternoon once again, Lawrence. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Hope you're enjoying all these camera angles as well.
Red light start for Hazel Carter. Jordan Clark takes the win.
That's quite a big red actually for Hazel. 1-2. So Jordan Clark is through. All right, next up then, Caitlin Wilson and Phil Jones. So the Dragon Wagon taking on the Misdemeanor Havoc Beetle. The dial-ins are 15.09 for Phil Jones, and it's a 17.35 for Caitlin Wilson. Caitlin goes in. Phil goes in. Green light for Caitlin. Green light for Philip. So let's sort this one out at the stripe. When you look at it for me, you think, oh, there's no way that Phil can catch up. But that's the whole thing about dial-ins.
It's actually going to be really close to the stripe. Caitlin lifted off the throttle. Jordan Phil drove round.
But yeah,
broke out.
Broke out, yeah. Right, Paul Robinson dialing in 1474, and it's Lorraine Large with a 1585. Bizarrely, that's the number I would have chosen.
I'm going to write down my dialing again, I think. Right, I've written down my number.
Oh, sorry, I'll write down one as well.
Okay, so Paul Robinson chasing down the Beetle. Lorraine's going to get there first on the brakes.
Oh, Lorraine.
But he drove back round her.
Lorraine lifted way too early there, 1631. She had a 004 light. Brilliant reaction time. She thought she was way out in front. She lifted, and Paul Robinson drove round her.
Yeah, Trevor. I don't know if you can hear us. 004 light for Lorraine then. Who's got the air horns? Did you hear that then?
No, I didn't. Then I'm half deaf anyway. Seriously. Right, Danny Bean and Reese Taylor, your next pair. This to take on Jerry Sadler, assuming he takes his bye with no problems.
14.50 for Reese. 13.90 for Danny. Well, lots of pops and bangs for Reese, but he hasn't gone anywhere. Well, it looks like it's running now. I don't know if he's stalled it.
Well, as long as Danny doesn't break out, which I don't think he will.
No, I don't think he did stall it, actually. I think he's backed up. Yeah, Danny was well off the throttle at the top end. I hope nothing's broken on the Cupra.
That's right, a couple of anniversaries this weekend. Obviously, we mentioned Graham and Kaz Beckwith earlier on. Dan and Elaine Williams, 12 years. I did say 11 years earlier on. I got it wrong. It's 12. So congratulations to Dan and Elaine Williams. Can't believe you lot got married on National Finals weekends, huh? Right, VW Pro.
And the man who I didn't realise won his race. Graham Fairhead. Broke out, but broke out by the lesser of the margins, considering the guy in the other lane broke out by nearly a second. He's taken on James Hodson. James stuck with his 10.99 dial. He's been running it all weekend. Ran 10.99 with a 9 in qualifying to be number one qualifier. Graham with the 10.62 dial in, only 0.03 of a second. So not 300, 0.3 of a second on the tree. Just about one bulb. Well, the neck and neck already, but don't let that fool you. The power of the front wheel drive car is going to be piled in now. He's going to get to the finish line first is James, but the brake light's on, still breaks out. 10.69 and the 10.62 Dyna brake takes the win. James was on the brakes over the finish line.
Right, crucial one for Ed Keach. He's got to win this. Otherwise, the championship goes once again to Graham Fairhead. If Ed beats Luke Stevenson here, Ed Keach will be racing Graham Fairhead in the semis. Oh, Luke was late. Oh, they both. Well, I can't say any more than that, but I know neither of them have got radios in, but...
Well, sounds things as well. Luke's got no gears.
Think, yeah, he's got no gears.
Ed's gone past. Don't break out, and he doesn't. So, championship round next round, and then?
No.
Okay.
Put it well. Yes, it could be a decider because if Graham wins, that's it.
Yeah.
Done. If Ed wins, he goes into the final, which he has to win.
Yeah.
If he wins the final, he wins the championship. If he loses the final, then Graham takes the title. It's that simple. Okay, Abby Tether taking on Jake Fronda. Whoever wins this will get a bye into the final, and I'll explain why in a moment. Because this is the last pair. We should have been having a bye run from James Gould, but he's got a puncture and can't fix it in time, so he's actually packed up and disappeared. So yeah, no James Gould unfortunately. So this to win, going to the semis with a bye into the final. Abby Tether out in front and takes it. So well on to Abby. Jerry 15.57 gets a green light. Danny Bean 14.20, he gets a green light as well. So is Jerry going to hang around and go another round, of course, or is it going to be Danny Bean? Well, Jerry looks like he's miles out in front. But here comes Danny. Don't think he's got enough. The brake lights come on. Jerry Sadler takes the win there. An 07 light as well.
Yeah, I think the 0.4 light for Danny Bean told the story of that one.
It did, yeah. Right.
So Jordan looking for a 13.95. Paul looking for a 14.74. Two green lights. The diesel locomotive chasing down the TT. Is he going to get to the truck first? Bright lights on for Paul. Takes the win on a double breakout.
Jerry Sadler taking on Paul Robinson, and it's going to be Steve Metcalf who gets the bye. Semi-finals to go, and then we are in finals of all classes. Next up, VW Pro. Oh, this is a, what do they call him? A doozy, isn't it? Or something crazy like that. Here we go. If Graham wins this race, he's the champ. If Ed wins this race, he's got to go on to the final and win that. Apologies if I may be a little bit wrong, but I think that's the situation in VW Pro. It is.
Of course, Ed Keach and Graham Fairhead. Ed looking for a 12.25. Graham looking for a 10.68. Neither of them asleep on the tree. All about who can do the best job at the finish line without going too quick. Graham's off the power, but breaks out.
Oh, it set up a final decider. Look at that. Ed Keach, 12.25 with a 5 on a 12.25 dialing. He hits his ET and an 04 light. Graham got there first, but broke out. So it is Ed Keach into the final. She's going to be racing this young lady, Abby Tether, with Arthur Daly, her Golf. And of course, Ed Keach's car is up for sale after this weekend as well, as a roller. So if you fancy a potential championship winning car, wait and see. Oh, 12.96 on 12.97, that's a breakout by 100th of a second. But your final is set in VW Pro, Ed Keach, Abby Tether. Oh yes, it was, yeah. But, oh boy, oh boy. Wow, what a decider.
Congratulations, Gary Lake.
Yeah, congratulations, Gary. But Kirsty was, she didn't think she had a shot at that, but she kept going rounds. But she still takes runner-up in the championship. Steve Metcalf on a solo here in VW Sportsman. He's into the final. Yeah, apologies for the pause. Just checking who would want, but I just needed to 100% double check in my own mind that I said the right name. But yeah, congratulations, Gary Lake. He was the big points leader coming into the event, and he dodged all the bullets and survived. Right, Jerry Sadler against Paul Robinson. This for a spot in the final.
Jerry would love to keep winning, however, his missus would really like him to stop so they can celebrate their anniversary. It's going to be close at the finish line, really close. Brake lights for Paul Robinson, who takes the win.
Well, not only that, let's just recap this. Paul Robinson was the champion in 2022, And he's got it again in 2023. Congratulations to Paul Robinson, your champion in VW Sportsman for 2023.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Abby's in the final. Ed's in the final. If Ed wins, he is the champion. If Ed loses, Graham's the champion. Paul, already the champion in VW Sportsman, but he's racing up against Steve Metcalf with the Blue Steel Racing Beetle. How's this feel for your last ever race in your car?
Oh, it's bittersweet, but I love it.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
It's all good, it's trophy time.
Trophy time. Enjoy.
I will.
Robinson will be wearing the number 1 again next year. He defended his title. Congratulations to him. Going to be taking on Steve Metcalf with the Baja. So 1648 dial-in for Steve. He'll be going first. 1470 the dial-in for Paul Robinson. He's the one that will be doing the chasing here. Tree counts them down. Green light for Steve. Oh, and a red light for Paul Robinson. Steve Metcalf takes the win in VW Sportsman. It doesn't matter what they run now. Steve Metcalf wins the national finals. Let's have a look at his ET anyway. 1637 breakout. Didn't matter. He takes the win. Right, here we go then. Championship decider in VW Pro. If Ed Keach wins this, the title is his. If Abby Tether wins this, the title is Graham Fairhead's. So Ed Keach has got to win this one. Abby Tether trying to hold back. Oh, let's have a look at the stripe. It is Ed Keach that takes it. Ed Keach is your event winner. Ed Keach is your championship winner.